Hi, 7th grade. Yesterday we did our chapter 2 test, so if yours isn't in, it needs to be in this morning. Consider this your last reminder. I'll be printing those out and grading them later today. But you guys are going to be moving on to chapter 3, lesson 1. So we're going to be evaluating and writing algebraic expressions today. A variable, these are vocab that came straight from your book. So if you open your books, I think we're on around page 100, you'll see 103. Page 103 is where I got these. So a variable is a symbol that represents one or more numbers, and it's usually a letter. So this is where, when we're talking about algebra, you're solving for X, okay, or L, or whatever that letter might be. An algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase with at least one variable. So it usually has one variable and one number and then some math operation like adding or subtracting between them. The evaluate part of today's lesson is the math part, and we're going to do that second. We're going to start off with the writing. Okay, so writing an algebraic expression. And what they're talking about there is giving you words, and you're going to translate that into math. So I'm going to keep going. If you need to pause and finish writing these, please do. Example 1, we're going to start with swimming. I'm not sure if you guys know this about me, but I was a swimmer. When I was your age, I started on a team and I ended up swimming through high school and I got a college scholarship. So swimming is near and dear to my heart. So when I can throw it into math, I do. So this is an algebra. We're going to turn this sentence into an algebraic expression. So mathematical phrase with at least one variable. Swimming m meters per minute for 3 minutes. So meters is what you use when you do like long distance. I'm not sure how many of you swim, but yards is like summer league. You know, it's the short way across. So we're talking meters. That's the long way. That's for Olympic-sized pools. And in this case, if you're doing something per is the key word here, and that is like multiply, it's times. So if we're doing 3 minutes and swimming a meter per minute, this algebraic expression is going to look like 3 times m, or just 3m. Okay, when we're talking about multiplication, we don't need to show the sign. So we do have a number and a variable. Okay, let's take a look at another one. Example 2. 12 heartbeats more than X heartbeats. So sometimes, you know, if you are in any sort of sport, you have a resting heartbeat, and then when you're working out, your heartbeat's faster, okay, because it's pumping all of your muscles and blood harder. So in this case, our keyword is more, and our number is 12, and we have X. So we know that we're going to be using X and 12, and more, our keyword, means plus. Okay, and in this case, the order does not matter in addition, so either of those would be good answers. In multiplication, it's a good practice to put your numbers first. Okay, so in multiplication, your numbers should come first. It's not wrong, it's just more correct. Okay, and you guys do want to work towards your algebra for next year. All right, example 3. I think this is our last example of writing. A price decreased by 16. So decreased is our keyword. And they didn't give us, in this particular one, they didn't give us a variable to use. So we'll use P for price, right from the problem. So if the price decreased by 16, then the price went down by 16. So we're going to subtract. We're going to take away 16. Probably dollars, but maybe it's cents. We don't know. They didn't give it to us, so we'll just leave it how they gave it. Okay? Okay. The second part of today is evaluating. And that means solving. So evaluate means to substitute and solve. Okay? So for A and B, we're going to do the same information for both of these, but we'll start with A. We're going to use P is equal to 2, and then for B we need a few more, so we have N is equal to 3, and then S is equal to 5. So this information right here, along with the problem, is going to be provided. Okay, so that's going to come from the book. 2P plus 7, and then what the letters represent, right? These are variables that we're going to substitute in. So in this first example, we only have a P. So we only need to worry about this 2. The other 2 we can ignore for now. So if we substitute that in, I still have the same problem. So I'm going to substitute first. So for P, I'm going to substitute in the 2 that was given to me from the book. And then everything else stays the same. So there was a 2 in the front, there was a 7 in the back, those stay the same. And then the second part is to solve. So now that I've substituted, I can just go ahead and use my order of operations. So multiplying first gives me 4, plus 7 gives me 11. And in a problem like this, and we're going to be doing a lot of these, I'm going to be looking for your work. So I might say that this is worth 3 points. So that means I'm looking for a couple lines of work along with your answer. If all I get are answers, I can only give you 1 point for what I see. So please be sure to show me your thought process. Over here, I have no numbers in the example for B. I have no numbers. All of them are variables. They're all letters I have to sub in for. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with the substitution. P is my first one, which is going to be a 2. I'm going to keep the signs the same. I don't want to mess those up. Next is N, which is 3, and then S, which is 5. My order of operations, I do parentheses first. So I'm going to leave the 2 plus on the outside. 3 times 5 is 15, which means my final answer for this problem is 17. Okay, this is your lesson for today. We're going to do 10 quick problems. I know it's Friday, so I wanted to keep the video short. We're going to be on page 105. 105, and we're going to do 12 through 30 even. Okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. There aren't office hours on Friday, but I'd be happy to jump on if you get stuck with anything. Also, I started with this, but just in case, if you did not submit pictures of the test, please make sure that you do that. Thank you.